He said don't touch me.
I didn't say anything.
No, dude, now he's acting.
I can do that.
With pleasure.
You do that?
Sometimes.
All right.
Depending on the day.
We got it. We could cast. Maybe.
Possibly.
With you?
I mean, they don't want us to. Oh, now they do.
Okay, now it's back over
Yeah.
us. I'm going to go with IG, by the way.
Prepare.
Of course you are.
I'm always just a follower. Everybody else on IG.
Yes.
I
I
also
think
believe in the
next
storm.
time, nobody can predict before Beacon predicts first. Like, panel can't talk.
My predictions are top notch.
Exactly, that's why I want you to talk first. So I
Can copy
the maestro.
what I say.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I'm down with that.
All right, thank you. I appreciate your kindness.
Requesting a gank. We need wards. Missing bottom. Stun now. Old 11 spamming everything.
Yeah, and he'll have to because their lineup is looking rough. If the Storm Spirit gets off to a good start, you know, a couple of kills here and there, free farm in the lane, which against Tiny should be pretty easy.
Right.
Yeah, could be one of those games where Storm snuck through to the last phase and is just gonna solo carry the game from there.
To battle.
Or I say solo carry. Like Sven and Axe are also gonna have, on paper at least, really good games.
And we've seen Sven kind of get disgusting.
Yeah.
And not like needing too much time either.
Especially with Elder Titan. We've seen in a way just like, I think 3 hit a PL
Yeah.
with like 4,000 health.
Yeah, the natural
The battle
order
begins.
can really be devastating. I guess the question is, what does Ollie, or how does Ollie want to build? Because we've seen some Elder Titans kind of hold off on natural order for a long time. I really like the value point in it, but we've seen a couple Elder Titans kind of focus more on the Echo Stomp and the Astral Spirit.
Yeah, I think when you're with a Sven, you could possibly get away with skilling at level 2, the Astral Spirit, just to put out some more pressure when the Sven stuns you. There are actually 3 heroes bottom here.
I'm going to try and make
Stark
something
Widow's not careful.
Or even Old 11, they've got the stun, and they're going to look to get this kill onto Old 11. Bottom, they'll chase him into the trees.
No Shackle though, he's still lightning.
Yeah, he
I think if he had Shackle, would have
first.
been, yeah. Okay, now it's the ping top.
Would they have had the damage though with Ether Shock, or with the Shackle instead?
Potentially, because Elder Titan should be hitting quite hard.
I guess it goes either way.
Yeah, but,
Forces him to use a salve pretty early into the lane.
yeah, and the Shock is of course pretty, or rather much better in his own lane. You don't really want to have Shackle against the Clockwork. Doesn't make too much sense. But yeah, Juggernaut against Axe is pretty easy for Axe. It's one of the better heroes, considered the counter as well. I'm very interested to see if Axe is going for this new build with the Shard Manta.
We used to see Manta get picked up a lot on Axe by Chalice. I used to love going with that combo. Blackfly in trouble, getting chased here. We'll see if Ollie can keep him back.
A lot of damage hit. Did you ever hitting salve for him?
And he uses his salve as well. It actually gets passed over by the Elder Titan, which leaves Ollie with just one tank.
Yeah, definitely losing that region battle here for now. They should be coming out with more region.
Rainbow Maze down, that's going to root up Ollie. And the
gone.
Shadow Realm Strike is first blood for PYW.
I can take care of
Showing
me.
again why it's considered one of the best fours in China. Great execution there for him.
Yeah, PYW throughout, I would say, the last 2 years has really progressed. And he's stayed pretty consistent throughout the entire way.
Yeah, so it's looking like bot lane is actually going to be struggling quite a bit here against this Darkseid Dark Willow lane. Fly, also in trouble.
Yeah, again, they get the sweep though this time. PYW taking a lot of damage. One more right click needed by Ollie to get the kill. Finally, we get a little revenge. He's just standing and trading with Gold 11, who has the Iron Shell around him. And then Blade Fury on Kaka, he's trying to run, but the battery assault's making that difficult. They'll get the kill on the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, JT couldn't really help. He doesn't have a point in Berserker's Call. Kaka now has TP off cooldown again. Let's see if he goes back top or bottom. He's actually TPing middle to refill his bottle. Despite all the runes that are spawning anyways. Interesting. Also de-warding, but he missed the ward. Getting a good old tip for it right away.
Missed the ward. Bramble Maze down again. Over the sweep lands onto the Dark Seer, but not PYW.
Another null talisman Darkseid build.
Axe for the damage. PYW goes into the Shadow Realm.
Fly's going Dino.
Fly. And he's done with the Shadow Realm strike and the kill. PYW gets one. Won't get two as the sweep hits both of them. Navigates the Bramble Maze.
Pretty potent lane actually with that vacuum.
And between the two of them too.
I did not think Dark Willow Darkseer can exert so much pressure. Been top lane, but Axe doesn't care.
Going into the battery stall, looking over at Kaka.
Radiant structure.
Once his Axe has Vanguard, he's going to be a massive problem. Even if Dark Willow rotates in, they should not be able to kill him.
After PYW with the damage from Ollie once again. Cursed Crown is going to survive through before the stun. No.
Bolted one.
They get the kill. He's got a double, so Fly with both the Dark Seer and the Dark Willow kill.
Yeah, super well done. There was a trade Sven really needed. He only had 7 CS at the time.
Wow.
That brings him back on the board. Now top of the network, really. All 3 cores of the Radiant out.
He's keeping up, and that's, like you said, because of the kills. He's not really CSing too well in that lane.
Going 2 null talismans again on Darkseer. Seems like everybody's doing that now. Getting slept up again.
It's become really difficult. The Iron Shell is not really much of a deterrent at the moment. He'll surge, but they've got the Storm Hammer, so they keep up with him. Vacuum back over Old 11, just getting chased here.
Double boots against no boots.
Yeah, Old 11 just can't run away. He's going to have the damage to get the kill.
One more
shot needed, and Fly under the tower. Oh, gets around the trees, but the Storm Hammer for the kill. The rotation over from Ori. And he'll get the kill on Ollie.
Fly.
Go get Fly. They bring in the Dark Willow. They've also got DY chasing after Fly. Will at least get his courier.
Dire's middle tower.
They don't have anything to stop him for the moment, so he's free to walk away.
You know, sometimes a body block can be like a mini stun. This time it was more like he was tripping over a branch. I was like, whoa, okay. But yeah, he's gonna be just fine. There's Darkseer now struggling. TP on cooldown, Walk of Shame. Axe. Vanguard completed.
Yeah.
Now you can't deal with this guy anymore.
You can't hit him, and he can chase you into the tower with Vanguard. They're going to go after him. They've got themselves the call. Poyoyo in trouble, and they get the kill.
They were so greedy from Poyoyo. He did not have a TP or anything. He just was spinning the creep wave. Whoa. And Axe can actually just tank for this catapult because of the Vanguard. Hitting self also popped. Storm rotating in as well. That's a super early T1 tower.
Is under attack.
Yeah, if they're able to claim this tower with this catapult, which they should be able to, like you said, JT should be able to tank the tower when the creeps come in, or until the creeps come in.
Dire's top
they'll go for the tower. They both use. Like, this is a tower gone.
It's a big rotation coming in top though. Both supports are there. Poyoyo peeing back in.
Yeah, they know they need to defend it. If they don't defend it, they end up getting killed.
Kaka.
In terms of losing that tower, Kaka hit the Cursed Crown. They've got the call on the DY. The battery's all going off. Kaka's in trouble. He'll be left to die. Avalanche to the toss on a JT, but it's still not enough damage. They have 4 heroes in this lane. That's so much just to try and get this defense going, and they're going to lose Old 11 again. He cannot lane.
Yeah, he just doesn't have boots. He gets run down by Ollie. And Fly with that Warcry, bonus movement speed. He just can't get away from them. It was a massive rotation. And you saw the combo on Axe didn't even need half of his health in damage. Once he gets a cloak, he's gonna be really survivable. It's gonna be so much harder to kill him. PYW is having a very good game. He's already level 5.
Yeah, PYW still making this difficult from his position towards IG. But
what him again?
God strength, Storm Hammer. Old 11 just came back, and he's dead once again. PYW tries to come over, but it's too late.
There's no counterplay for him. Every time he surges, he just gets storm bolted and taken down immediately.
Now they have the Vortex as well as the Hex out onto Ori. Tossed up into the air, but not towards his teammates.
Yeah, he has a big stick anyways, so shouldn't be in too much of problems here. Fly. Oh, Morbid Mask. Perfect item for the Sven. Can't ask for anything better, really.
Yeah.
Dire's
so now he's got both the Possessed Mask and the Morbid Mask.
Yeah. Scales very nicely.
He switches out the Possessed Mask. Okay.
Just to use it once, and then send it back after it's being used.
Going after Ori, Ball Lightning, Emo though, out of mana. DY moving forward with the battery assault to bring in Poyoyo. He's level 7, he wants to go with the Omni Slash. That's what he'll do to get a kill on Ollie, but that's it. That's only a 5 position. They have the Vortex out of DY. Do they have the damage finish him off? Yes, they do. So it ends up being a trade up support. And here comes Fly. Got the Shackle, Avalanche in, followed with the Stormhammer. They'll definitely kill Poyoyo. And they want to go after Old 11. They got the coin.
No search again?
Onto Poyoyo, so they'll keep up with Old 11. The body blocks are in. They've got the Vortex once more. Old 11 just cannot run. Hex is through, Avalanche in. Emo drops to Ori. So maybe a little bit too far for the Storm. Getting too comfortable with JT frontlining.
Yeah, did they bite off too much than they can chew? Looked like it here.
Radiant
Chasing in way too far. Tiny's combo off cooldown again, and Storm is finally paying for the over-aggression. PYW is over 6. He has to be careful on JT here.
What have we here?
Bedouin level 1 is very strong in a solo target.
As we see here on Kaka.
A lot of damage, Shadow Realm Strike, as well as the right clicks from PYW. He's still continuing to press. Vortex, Battle Hunger, all onto Ori. He's run down. Another dunk from JT. If they go after DY, they'll catch the call. The wall is down, but I don't know if it's going to matter. They'll run through this, continue to chop him up. And JT hit with Curse Crown, Blade Fury ends. The damage. Scary fire on the high ground. He's still continuing to run, but he's running from the Iron Shell. Poyoyo. Then we're on to Emo.
He cleaved them down from the illusions.
Dire's middle tower is under
They were super well played by Fly, but also Old 11 kind of sabotaging his Dark Willow there. I don't think he expected a turnaround from the cleave damage at all. Okay.
Seems like the only one who's playing consistently is
Radiant's middle tower.
I want to say PYW, but even he's 4-3 inches.
It's not an easy game at all. Like we spoke about the limited control they have. They're just running bodies at them basically.
Yes.
Hoping that they kill people. Yeah. But it's going way better for Radiant because they have more stuns, more disables, more slows.
Pretty tanky already.
Yeah. Sven is going to Dasha.
His front line.
Yeah, he's really big. I'm surprised he doesn't get a casual cloak against so much magic damage. Maybe he'll do that later. But it's pretty valuable in this kind of game.
Smoked up. DY not even level 6 yet, so they don't have the hook shot to work with.
And why does he frontline?
And they don't have a blink dagger on the Tiny either, so they're trying to walk up on this axe.
Yeah, it looks pretty disorganized, really. Like no toss from the Tiny on the clock. Could like initiate with a cog or something. No level 6 on DY, as you said. And it was a waste of smoke.
Old 11's trying to make his way back into this, and he's not too far off. Like, despite the fact that he's 0-5,
bottom tower is under
he's got 4,000 net worth. Yeah. He's doing okay.
Darkseer jungles quite efficiently. It's just the problem is you kind of want to start pressuring with Darkseer in his early game, but he's only level 7. His spells are very low level.
Is under attack.
At Poyoyo rotating down here with an Iron Shell on him. Right by already in position though. They want to defend this. Ah. All right. Try to catch the Sven.
Would have been nice from PYW if he landed it. He does push him off the tower, and they're going to get a tier 1.
Yeah, I actually thought IG was setting up to defend with Fly's positioning, but instead they're just trading for the mid tower. Or planning to, at least.
They have a glyph of their own. Could use it to save this tier 1. Quick shot, and tier 1 still gets taken despite the fact that they have the glyph to go in for Kaka. DY taking a lot of damage. He's got the wall down. Hits the Sven. Her splitter comes across over 11 into the shadow of the PYW. Ball coming out from Emo. They've got the Vortex, but Avalanche will stop them from killing off over 11. No, it won't. They get the kill. JT dunking on him with Colin Glade once again. Now he's got the call onto PYW, who will be able to run. They actually get the Curse Crown on JT as well with the Bramble Maze. What were we thinking about going in? But they've got the Sentry down, which is evident by the fact that the Battle Hunger is now placed on him.
He's shoveling in front of him.
3k lead for IG.
It's just so tough for them to initiate. Clockwork found an okay initiation, but he dies right away, so it's a support trade. Then they have nothing left in the tank, really. One Avalanche is all they have.
They need this Blink Dagger.
He needed it badly. Yep. He's gonna have it after this camp.
Dire's
Probably
top tower
gonna have
is under
another
attack.
smoke up soonish.
I'm over here. Stupendous.
The Storm is going Kaya into Orchid. I actually thought this game he would be going for the Sanged Kaya build because you just want to survive the initial like burst damage, but he's going for the more aggressive route, which I also like.
Yeah, well, I like the Orchid. I think these heroes that are a little bit tankier.
I mean, every hero is gonna have troubles with his Orchid. But I'm looking especially at Dark Willow. He's going for an Ether Lens. Oh, good dodge.
Oh!
We'll see what PYW can do with that Aether Lens. Almost has it.
Yeah. Surprised to not see the Jewels.
They have the Hex. Dark Willow caught. Shackle call. And there's the Pulling Blade once again. JT 4, 1, and 2. He's got the Blink Dagger now.
He's massive on X. He's going into Blade Mail also, so he's not doing the Manta style charge build.
His Blink came out just about the same time Tiny's did.
Yep, and he has a Vanguard on top.
Yeah. 1,000 gold ahead. And it really is just so evident that he's destroying with his team, and their control is way more beyond than what Vici had.
The next team fight is going to be very hard with the frontline axe and the double damage storm. They're smoking up right away. They know they have all the tools they need in order to crush this next team fight. But it will all come down to initiation. Who can they find? They see the clockwork.
Breaks on Kaka. Hook shot in immediately from DY, but he might have played himself. They're going on the Kaka. They should be able to get the kill onto the Shadow Shaman. Now they're going to assume that only lands onto the clockwork. They've got the avalanche through on Ollie. They'll also place the first crown on him. They won't chase.
It was the worst case for IG, the way that it went. Gets unsmoked at the very edge. Kaka getting caught out first.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're looking for Juggernaut here.
They already know, though. The word spotted GT.
Yeah.
Radiant's
He's
middle
going back
tower
to
is under
camp. They
attack.
also have a ward on him, though.
Yeah, this is greedy.
Are you just trying to bait them?
Yep.
They're just trying to bait each other.
Farm this camp. Okay, I'll just farm this camp. And they're just waiting.
He also has Saint Joshua on Jug already, so he's quite tanky, 1700 health. Persistence, of course.
Yeah, with the Rust Lane he had, he's pretty well farmed.
Yeah.
He's not going into the Battle Fury, so he's not held back by going for the Battle Fury just yet. You know, he's going for the Maelstrom instead, another way to farm.
I gotta admit, I'm surprised it's this farm without really going for any sort of farming item.
Yeah.
Sven is only 700 ahead. It's a very great lane.
Not only a great lane, but 4 kills, 7 assists.
Yep.
Like, he's involved.
He's going straight to BKB.
And they've got PYW, they get the Cone Blade, the other splitter comes across. PY is just in too far by himself now, and Ori's trying to save him. Gets the kill on a Kaka, but the sleep is still on. DY, the Stormhammer for the finish. 2-for-1 trade on supports. Although Ori gets the kill, Vici fun. And they've got this Ags available on the Darkseer now.
This kind of feels like all of his fights are always being won by IG. Like the trades are always favorable for IG. Now accumulated a 4k gold lead.
The jungle has
But his
everything
Darkseer,
its desire.
Aggrum Scepter could potentially make a very big difference. Especially on his Jug and Tiny. They're going to be very survivable.
Jackpot!
Do you want Poyoyo fighting right now? After this Maelstrom, or should he still be farming?
Now he went for like a pure fighting build. Like Saint Joshua first indicates that you want to fight like right away.
So you need to try and stabilize the game fight. Long lightning. Oh, blink away
that was
from Ori.
close. Good blink away. And I believe they want to smoke up straight away with the picked up axe. But they're smoking on their ward. Oh, they saw it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Radiant definitely saw that smoke. And Juggernaut is nowhere to be seen. He doesn't have a tower to TP to. Could potentially be a 4v5 fight.
Go down, Avalanche, toss, JT taking some
Radiant's middle
damage.
tower is under attack.
Curse Crown, and now the call. He's going to get stunned. They've got Bedwom on a solo target, so JT's dead to PYW.
I'm very surprised he got caught. They literally saw the smoke under the wall. Not sure where he thought they would be going. Sven now BKB completed. With an already limited lockdown, it's going to be a nightmare to deal with him.
Still going to go there. Avalanche Ooh, Hex immediately on Ori. They've got the hook shot coming through Nakaka, and now the Cox around him. Serpent Ward's plays down. The God Strength's going to be used as well. The Stormhammer coming in. They've got themselves the ball lightning as well as the Vortex out of the Nine. Nakaka, they look over at Ori with the Earth Splitter, and Fly. He'll take out the Tiny. BKB running out. And it looks like BG might want to go back in.
Stupendous!
Already using that Blade Fury, that will send them packing.
It's super hard to fight without your axe. Like, he's the answer to the Juggernaut. You really need him in order to kill heroes also. With the axe ult, the threshold, giving you additional chaseability.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
JT has to be very careful how he approaches his fights here. You can just see how tanky this Tiny is after the recent buff of his Grow. There's so much bonus armor, 18 bonus armor in fact.
So much at level 2, 24 at level 3.
There's literally 2.5 plate mails.
They found Fly. Stormhammer, Cursed Crown, now the Bramble Maze right on top of him.
Triple Iron Shell. Wow, he got burned.
6 times spree going to all 11.
Yeah, there was so much magic damage coming out from those Iron Shells. And they've been outplaying IG the last 2 team fights. Ever since that axe came online, made very good use of it.
Juggernaut!
Top lane, Juggernaut.
Being out already.
I feel like as though they could have killed him. They got Orchid, they got everything.
Radiant's
They're very
bottom
timid
tower
here.
is under attack.
They had Blink Call available to cancel this in TP.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They're going to move towards mid, try and get themselves
Radiant's
a tier 1
middle
tower.
is under attack.
See if they defend this. They're not actually getting it that quickly.
Nice rocket flare, scouting
Radiant's
on the
middle tower
sidelines.
is under attack.
Flashback coming in with BKB here.
Big call, that's going to miss. Now Ori goes in. Avalanche caught with the JT. Never get the ball anything on the fence line. They've got 3 heroes nearby. They get the kill on the JT with the Blade Fury. Yes, they can. They take it out JT. They look over at Kaka. He drops the Serpent Ward before he'll end up dead. There's Crown pops. Sneak out onto Dark Seer. They're still moving in. Blanche once again onto Ali. He gets chased down. Double kill for Poyoyo, and it's a 3-for-0 in the favor of BG.
Radiant's middle
They're just
tower
getting
is
absolutely
under
outplayed.
attack.
Yes, be careful on Sven here. Tiny got Blink.
KB now down.
Radiant's
to 7
middle
seconds.
tower
Yeah, these
has fallen.
initiations from Radiant are really forced. Like, he Blink called nothing.
Yeah, he blink called and actually was right in between the entire team.
Yeah, you can see it here again.
Ali,
Just a super easy team fight. Actually, I believe there was an older fight
yeah, that's the
way back.
1919, 21 minutes in.
Yeah, back in my days. I remember Juggernaut was spinning away and I couldn't catch up to him.
We used to take photographs with a camera. Not these phones.
What is technology?
I'll take that as tribute.
Live on a move. The game is in favor of BG now. 5k gold made up by them. It's really on the back of JT getting caught out once and losing a fight on the back of that. And then another botched initiation by him. Like, Axe is a confidence hero, you know? Like,
yeah.
you mess up a couple of these initiations, you're not gonna feel very good about going in again.
Going Lotus Orb next.
Yeah. Going back to it again. I feel a casual cloak on this axe would give so much effective HP.
Sven's actually going Shard too.
To dispel.
Withstone.
Dispel what? Iron Shell? Surge?
Surge, probably.
I mean, it's good against Iron Shell because you technically remove 350 health as well once you purge the Iron Shell. Makes sense, but is it worth 1400 gold is the question.
Yeah, it's always the investment question.
Radiant
Big
are
investment.
scanning.
It's a 5-man smoke, they're not pushing out any lanes. Bottom is pushed in, middle is pushed in.
Radiant's bottom tower
And it's
is
a
under
pretty
attack.
obvious smoke, really. IG got 2 ult last time they played, right?
Radiant's bottom tower
no,
is
VG
under
did.
attack.
Wait, IG lost 2-0, right?
Did they? Are they
I think they did.
yeah, they got 2-0 by Asher. He's going to be popped. They're going to go over the back as well as the wall. Doing a couple of these heroes. They get the kill out of PYW. Emo now dominating the BKB being popped by Fly. He'll focus his attention on the hold, looking to get the kill. Kaka's gone on the side of IG. They've only lost one so far. JT on the run. Had the taunt up, pulling him back. We've got the buyback coming out from Kaka, but the avalanche lands from Ori. They'll get the kill to JT. JT get a buyback too. Now the stun, looking for the follow-up onto Ori. They'll get the kill on the Tiny and look for the rest.
That's a ton of committed buybacks. So even though they killed 3 heroes, they lost quite a lot of heroes themselves in what, 2 buybacks, I believe?
Yeah. Kaka and JT.
They can't go Roche. Sven all ran out already. It was a very costly fight for the Radiant side here. The problem is with Axe. In a game like this, you're just not scaling anymore. He had Vanguard Blink at like what, minute 15? He still has the same items.
Yeah, he really doesn't have much more. Emo's starting to pop off a little bit. And so is Fly, but it, like you said, it's costing them buybacks to win these fights.
Yeah, and Juggernaut is posing to be a very, very big problem right now. And so is Tiny. With his Iron Shells, he's sitting at 3.5k health. So survivable.
What surge is
They only have 1 BKB as well against that Darkseer vacuum wall. It's just so hard to fight into them right now. And they need more BKBs. Storm is away. 900 gold away from it. Shaman is rushing a BKB. He's still quite a ways away from it. It's a tough game. Like, they had it in their hands. But as I said, Axe is just a hero like that. You mess up once or twice, you die. Force your team to take potentially a bad fight.
All of a sudden it becomes rough. It feels like you're not getting as much from your offlaner. Whereas Darkseer, even though he had a bad start, Old 11 feels like he's adding more and more to the fight.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They still have the saving grace of Elder Titan Aura, which is only level 2 right now. He actually maxed Astral Spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, the Astral Order is what we were questioning before. Whether or not he would max that before anything else.
4 levels of Spirit is kind of overkill. Like, usually at most it's 2. He needs a level 4 aura ASAP against the Juggernaut.
They're going and taking the tier 3. A couple of shots and a third of its health is gone.
Yep. Double damage Tiny is my greatest invention.
Meanwhile, these heroes for Vici trying to defend top, taking away these serpent wards.
Yep. Sven picked up the Crystallis before the shot. He really just needs to go like all on damage. Juggernaut is too survivable right now, and so is Tiny. If he's not the one killing them, then no one will.
Jug going for the Scotty. He's almost got that finished. They're going to come up towards top with Fly as well as Emo. Not confident enough to make a play.
Yeah. And I'm sure JT right now also feels pretty damn weak. Like the last 3 team fights, he was just kind of a non-factor. They just ignored him.
Still trying to build that Lotus Orb.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not itemizing into BKB also. Like against Darkseer, BKB is pretty much a must-have item. He actually disassembled the Vanguard to get the Lotus Orb. Okay.
It's a 1k lead for Vici. They're trying to push up towards top, but you see the rotation
Radiant's middle
come from Vici over and towards IG. I just don't know if IG recognize this.
It's a 5-man smoke once more. They should know about this. All the lanes are pushed in.
Lining in from Emo. He's going to pop that BKB immediately, go for Old 11, but the hook shot comes out and hits onto 2 heroes. It catches JT as well as Ari. They've got themselves the Starlight, the ball lightning back, trying to help out his team. And now they've got themselves the Avalanche as well as the top. They're going to lose Kaka. Ball is down. Obviously, onto JT. He'll pop that Lotus Orb, but it's not going to be enough to survive. 3 heroes dead as Ollie hits the deck.
3-0 fight. Roshan is next on the list. And Emo just kind of went in by himself. His team was not ready at all to follow up. Kind of a disaster here. If they lose Roshan as well, this might just be the beginning of the end because they're already lacking a ton of damage.
They're going to go for Roche, try and take this Aegis. TP out from PYW. He's heading towards bottom.
Has fallen to the down.
Let's see, Avalanche toss. And Storm Looking like he might die, but avoids the cursed crown coming through, balling all the way back to base.
Yeah, the apple actually saving his life. The additional 260 health. Game is looking real rough right now. Like, as you said, action just not scaling. Storm doesn't really do a ton of damage anymore. Guardian Greaves makes sure that his team is just survivable.
Jackpot!
Let's see if they can finish this one off now that they've got themselves the Aegis. Ooh, hookshot missing. Fly just barely, but he's going to come in with a battery assault. Jetpack. Sticking with him, Stormhammer.
He didn't
They bring it over. Old 11, they've got themselves the bullwhip, and now they're looking over to get this kill. The He comes in with a 2-man ball. So now they've got the blink through on top of them. They get the kill on the GT. They'll lose cock. Got the right click damage coming up from Flyfo with BKB. They've got the wall down on the 2. Emo and Ollie, they're hit by that ball. And looking for this Dark Seer. They'll finally finish off Old 11 as well as POIW. They'll throw the Stormhammer over onto the clock. The Clue doing a decent amount of damage onto Poyoyo, but is it going to be enough damage? The right clicks through the Blade Fury, not there for Flyfly as he loses his life. Old 11.
Yeah, he didn't pop the BKB on Sven there, getting terrorized. If he pops the BKB, potentially there's going to be a much better fight for them because Axe will be able to cull a couple of people.
Radiant structures
They didn't even get the Aegis off the Juggernaut now. There was a massive call. But we just see here, the BKB didn't get popped in time by the Sven, and terrorized, running away. And the damage output without him there is just not there.
Good wall there. As well as the cogs locking them up. Like Old 11, he loses his life, but he did a lot before he goes down.
Flyfly is getting destroyed by all these illusions and the Juggernaut.
And his BKB's getting really low, if not already at the bottom. Yeah, it's 6 seconds already. He's going into the AC. Like, BKB's just not going to last long enough for him. And we saw how much he was getting burned by the ion shells and how much he was getting destroyed by the BKB's keeping him alive with. You know, like he's just going to end up being very vulnerable now, very quickly, without that BKB timing.
Yeah, the problem now is that the side of VG is just too survivable. They have Healing Ward, they have Guardian Greaves, they have the Iron Shell bonus HP. And at this point, IG's supposed to have accumulated a really big lead already.
Yeah.
And kind of snowballed that to the victory. But if you're behind this much against the draft of VG, it's just so damn hard to fight into it. Like, even the support is going to have like close to 2k health with an Iron Shell on him.
It's really ridiculous. Where's the Dark Woe at? 1500 Iron Shell plus 300, 1810. So Avalanche toss out on a Flyfly. Bramble made not in time to catch the Sven. I wouldn't be surprised though if Vici want to go for it. Go towards the bottom lane, go for the high ground, try and get maybe a pick off or two, because these buybacks were expended by JT and Kaka
Radiant's
earlier.
Middle tower is under
which
attack.
puts them just coming up now. Still though, it's kind of rough.
It's always a little bit risky to go high ground against an Elder Titan lineup. And they don't really have any need of like rushing it. The lineup scales very well into the late game.
Radiant's middle
Tiny
tower
itemizing
is
for.
under
Okay, he's
attack.
also itemizing into right click,
Radiant's
so
middle tower
no
has
rush here at
fallen.
all for the VG side.
Yeah, this age is going to last for another minute 15. They've got the Bloodstone finished on Emo.
Over here now.
Really been the saving grace for IG because he's only died once and he's really active in these fights, getting these pickoffs, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, I think he needs to itemize into an Aghanim's now and just kind of work with the combo. Sven plus the AoE Vortex could potentially just win you a fight solo.
Radiant are scanning.
Okay. He went way too far.
And Uri was really looking for it too.
And so JT, I mean, we haven't really felt his presence for the longest time now, ever since an early game. Actions with a hero like that, a couple of botched initiations, you don't get the net worth up.
And he was...
Kind of feels like a support axe at this point.
Yeah, he was forced in such a bad spot by how things really shut down on him.
Yeah, that's why this new item build is very popular, the Manta Shard one, because you always manage to farm more, you can push out lanes with it easily, farm jungle with it easily, you scale into the late game. Juggernaut TP bottom, still has Aegis. Viper back and off.
For a moment longer, BKB being popped here by Emo as well as the Bloodstone. He's thinking about running, whether or not he wants to go back in.
Emo's out.
Emo's actually going for Poyoyo because the Aegis just got reclaimed. Now they're going to go after Poyoyo and try to get the kill on the jug. They'll take him out. So the timings are right. as well as the Stormhammer coming through an old 11. He drops down the wall, but he's not going to be able to survive the damage coming up from the Sven. Both these heroes don't have buyback. Ori trying to do whatever he can to get something on the board. Finally, Kaka dies. Stormhammer over on the DY. Ball getting in, they get 3. The timings from IG were perfect, and now there's the call as well as the sleep.
No man for counterplay. It was just absolutely outplayed. I thought Emo was actually flying out, but he flew on top of the Juggernaut, whose Aegis just expired. And again, he went for the St. Joshua, not the Manta style, meaning he can't dispel the Orchid. Now we finally see the punishment for people always going St. Joshua. I like it. And it was a huge comeback fight for the Radiant side, all in the back of just abusing the Aegis timing. Like, Poyo was not ready at all.
Well, but Emo had it pretty much frame perfect, knowing when that Aegis was going to expire.
Yeah, it was absolutely perfect, and everybody was ready for it too. So it wasn't just him, it was like the entire side of IG. Without that Juggernaut, you don't have the healing ward, you don't have the Skadi slow, you don't have his Omni slash damage. It's... No, you need that hero in the fight, 100%.
So I would say, with the fact that the net worth lead is favoring Vici, this game feels even.
Yeah, Sven is getting to the point with that AC now where, and then probably Daedalus after that. With that ETR, he can really put in the pain. AC is now finished.
Emo's gonna have the Bloodthorn in just a second.
Yeah, he's going Bloodthorn, even just more single target damage. I really like this simply because Juggernaut, we just said it, he does not itemize. Yeah. So you can't get rid of it.
And he's not even going for the Manta now.
They have a Lotus up there that can help him with.
Gotta be near him.
They gotta be near him.
That was the problem in the last fight.
And they also saw the Talisman of Evasion pick up, so preemptively countering the Butterfly that might come out with the Bloodthorn as well. Because Sven is not a hero that wants to build into a kitty.
Looks like they could smoke.
That's massive, 20k network. Now finishing an A on this. 5-man smoke. They know they smoked it because they took the outpost, of course. Bloodthorn completed. That's a lot of single target damage now. Yeah. But Sven is nowhere near them. So they need to be careful.
He fell back to clean up mid, so they're going to want to fight this. TP away from Kaka.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of wards in there.
And also spot Ollie.
Oh, here's a gem. If they get that kill, it would be massive.
Over here now.
Ooh, hook
he
shot.
got him.
Catches Ollie. I'm going to be dropped on the deck. Get the kill onto this Elder Titan.
Now 2 gems on the clock and 2 sentries, making absolutely sure there's no invisibility problem.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Roche is 2 minutes away, so it's a long Roche.
Yeah. Which is very fortunate for IG because his Elder Titan did not have buyback.
Let the fun begin.
I think that also will help the Sven IG in general, because he wants to get this Swift Link.
Yeah, I'm liking the itemization of the Storm and Sven.
Kato is tiny after this AC.
Said they have damage issues. They also recognize that and go pretty much all on damage. And now Storm going into the Aghanim Scepter. A very potent combo.
You can see Vici, they want to just stay near Roche, knowing that that timing's coming up soon. PYW has an Octarine core.
Yeah. It's a very common build for that Zillow.
Looking for me?
The Cursed Crown cooldown.
Radiant's top
7 seconds.
tower is under attack. Radiant's top
We'll
tower
have the minus 8 seconds on the Bramble Maze cooldown at 20. Which will make it 7 seconds for a Bramble Maze.
I wonder if that scales with Octarine Core as well, actually. It makes it even lower than... Probably not, though. It's another 5-man smoky by IG. 25 Sven, so he gets the additional 50% damage.
And this is really close to when Roche is supposed to come out. They're going to run right into Ori. They've got the hex. The hookshot comes through the tower to the Kaka. He uses BKB. They'll go after Ori. They'll get the kill to the tiny. He's going to be dead for 94 seconds without buyback. They'll focus their attention now on the DY. We're going to beat G.
4-man wall.
Good vacuum wall coming out from the guard Seer of World 11, who has his AMs. Just pop the damage going up from the
He's gone as well as JT. 3 heroes dead, making a 4th with Ollie.
Stupendous.
Whoa! Oh man!
All 11 and Poyoyo in this team fight, literally just 2v5ing. Absolutely crushed them with 3-man vacuum wall on all the 3 costs that deal so much physical damage. Whoa!
That was a lot of damage.
Yeah, and then Omni Slash on top with both Iron Shells. Did he go for the Iron Shell damage? He did. So it was like 300 Iron Shell DPS. Initiation looks amazing for them.
Yeah.
They get the Tiny, they get the Clockwork on the side, and look at all the 11. With the Vacuum Wall, double Iron Shell damage.
Vacuum.
They get destroyed by it.
Roshan
Damage
has fallen
so
to the death.
much.
And I believe there was also a Cursed Crown on top that exploded. So they all get stunned by 3 seconds as well.
Wow. So Aegis Cheese.
Aegis Cheese
Axe
shard.
Shard.
Normal punch, Darkseer.
Did he buy his shard or was he given that?
Or did Dark Willow get the shot? I don't know. I just realized though.
Everybody's got shard. Jug has it. Clockwork has it. Tiny has it.
Yep. All the
Radiant's
11
top
lost
tower is
Tiara.
under attack.
K-pop band, in case you don't know. Timeless Relic now picked up on the Darkseer as well. Is he gonna keep that or give it to PYW?
Radiant
Yep, PYW got
are
it.
fortified.
So his stunts are gonna be way longer as well. And it's gotten to the
Radiant's
point
top
where
tower is under attack.
Maybe the
Radiant's top
final
tower
defense.
has
yeah,
fallen.
they're just overpowering them. Hex also picked up on Darkseer. He's at 27,000 net worth. He's the
Radiant's
plus
top
1
barracks
of
are
VC
under
right now.
Yeah, I think he was the one given the shard. If it's adding the net worth, right? Of the shard. Ball lightning. They've got the first throw that's out. And will they get the first 5 out of his hands? Yes, they will. Now the ball is down. Quick shot out onto the Rouge. DY doesn't catch who he was looking for. They also end the sweep onto 2. IG trying to defend this. Zap! Ball lightning all the way across, back and forth once again.
We
They
spoke
want to
about high
go
ground
for
defense.
this.
High ground defense is very scary against Elder Titan still.
It looks like they're staying.
Okay. Has to be careful when Juggernaut doesn't get blown up again like that.
Quick shot in 6 seconds. And now they're going to go through. They've got the Avalanche as well. The Chalky Hand is going to be hot. They've got the God Strength coming through as well as the BKB. Blacklight trying to move in on this. They've got the sweep on the 3. These on the back line. They're defended by the wall still being placed down there. And the Omni Slash comes under to JT. They've got the damage. Going to throw the axe. He's going to fly back immediately. He'll get the 2 damage. Oh, man. Boyoyo. He just got
Oh, what I miss?
destroyed. The natural order, the damage with the God Strength.
Guys, there's Dark Willow.
PYW just getting ignored.
Your storm was coming.
Finally, they come over. JT wanted to get more.
Poyoyo way in over his head. He Omni slashed an axe and got baited to the tier 3 mid. His entire team could not make it there. Singled out. Bloodthorn plus ET Aura. He gets absolutely demolished. Can see it here again. That Omni Slash was too much. Like, there was no way to commit that deep in there. Like, stick to your team. Together you're strong. And alone, you're
It's
not.
unfortunate, though, because he started it on the Sven. And it bounced Sven to Storm to Axe, and they just stayed on him.
And he's still kind of baiting himself. Kind of going in again.
Got a fly. Down to about half health. He doesn't have the God Strength in the moment. The right click's coming in. They've got the click goal at the top. 2 onto the tank. The vacuum into the wall. That's 2 onto 2. They'll get the kill on Holly with the normal punch. They at least get 1, but they will lose old 11. And now 3 heroes
Dire's
dead.
middle tower
Potentially
is under
forced to use
attack.
buybacks on some.
Finally, all the 11 goes down. Such a nuisance for this Radiant team. Oh, he's dead for 9. He has buyback though.
Yeah,
Dire's
these 2 heroes do. I don't think Jug or Dark will need to.
Have to be very careful here. Like, if Sven dies without
Dire's middle
buyback,
tower
he's
is under
very far
attack.
away from it. He picked up his Daedalus now finally, so his damage output is by
Dire's middle
Just
tower.
doing a Firefly, Cosmo back into the Avalanche. The KP gets caught by Firefly. He's got himself the God Strength there as well. The puck coming in from GT. The control is there. The damage is there. He'll get the kill onto Ori. He's dead for 99. Firefly. Maybe he was thinking about going in for more. Ball lightning as well. The horse that he's silenced with the Bloodthorn. There's nothing to purge it off the damage in for Emo. They will
Radiant's
get
bottom
the
tower
kill
is under
onto
attack.
both Ori as well as Poyoyo. And that puts them in an awful spot. It was once a 14k lead, and now it's just 5.
And all the 11 also bought back for this.
Exact.
I think this is the 3rd or 4th time where Poyo gets absolutely punished for not having that Manta Star.
Haste.
Yesterday in the SEA region, they got away with it. Today is the day where people should realize Manta Star is still a good item. This Bloodthorn is absolutely destroying Juggernaut. Love the item. He recognized he's not going to go into any sort of dispel. No BKB. No Manta. Good stuff.
They want to jump in. Really want to force the buybacks if they can. Put them on their last leg. The game's going to even out. Now pack up. Aggressive pops the BKB. Doesn't find anybody. All right. It's a little interesting.
And God Strength still in cooldown too. Didn't get out.
Backing into the wall. That's 2 on the 3. Look at the hook shot that hits on the cock at the end. This gets pumped. Going onto the back. Comes into the Dark World. Can try to get this kill through on the PYW. He'll back away. And the goes over to Old 11. The Earth Splitter comes in to get the kill to Old 11. He doesn't have buyback. Rather than PYW. 2 heroes out of the side of Vici and Jug, as well as Tiny don't buy backs in the mid-center racks. Those are gone at least.
Vici's looking so disorganized. Like they're going in with 2 heroes, and then the 2 that have buyback don't buy back at all. So obviously they're not on the same page with what they want.
But yeah.
Now they lose 2 sides, potentially even 3, because this Darkseer and Dark World both don't have buyback.
Potentially even a game, honestly.
Yeah, they lose 1 more hero. Like Poirier, we saw how fast he dies.
Has fallen.
If no way to save him now. Storm jumps him, he's gone. See how passive he plays, and he's even smoked up himself.
Finding GY!
That's not the guy you want though.
We're trying to keep him alive, and now the hookshot comes out. It's going to be through onto the Elder Titan as well as the Sven. Sven here with the Avalanche coming in. Ollie taking a lot of damage to take the Elder Titan out. So the natural order's out of the equation right now. He doesn't buy back. Look as well as the call coming out of the station. He does the call for a kill. He gets buyback and he'll use it immediately. Emo falling over down to the low ground. Avalanche as well as the toss. Now they've got the Omni Slice coming through into JT. He'll happily soak that. If it keeps alive both the Sven and the Storm, although he doesn't have buyback and he's dead for 2 minutes.
I can't believe he flickered there. If he flickers into the enemy team, he's actually dead on Sven. Very brave man, and it pays off for him. But okay.
I think last season we saw Old 11. He was the one who was on the bristle who kept using the flicker and going back towards the enemy team when he was running away.
Yeah, this
Stupendous!
20k gold swing? No?
Yeah. Well, it was
15k.
It was 15, now 6.
Man. VG have been playing sloppy past 3 minutes.
More than that, I would.
Yeah. Probably even like the last 10 minutes. Probably got too comfortable with the lead.
Yeah.
And now, it's not a lead anymore.
Now they're the ones playing from behind. You see that net worth as well as the experience.
Over here now!
Rise towards...
And now Elder Titan has an Axe Scepter, so he can really stand in the front line, provide that aura they really need. Does Juggernaut have any additional armor items? He does not. He's gonna lose 37 armor from this aura. Plus Bloodthorn, he will just die in a second.
Yeah.
If even.
We saw it. We've seen it.
The funny thing is, most of the time it was without the Elder Titan aura even. To wait until he's on top of him. It's a 4v5 for 20 seconds. No buyback.
No Bramble. One's still up there.
I've been
down.
wanting this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Good D1 by Kaka.
Came out as well as Ori. It's called IG will take game 1, a back and forth for game 1 of this series, and one that IG comes ahead in.
Yeah, last fight, just there we start again. But not dispel the Bloodthorn.